Hey guys, Clover here, and thanks for tuning into my latest video. A lot of you over on Google Plus and on some of the other sites have been asking me about my UI and different aspects of my UI, so for you guys I thought I'd put together this little video just describing exactly what it is, which parts of my UI do what, and what it actually looks like in different conditions in 10s, 25s and 5-mans. The main part of my UI, which includes the chat box, the action bars, the unit frames, the map, the buffs and all the artwork surrounding these, is Mayrons UI Gen 2. There is a link below in the description so that you can download this UI if you want to. Other features of Mayrons UI include a custom bag feature and the ability to be able to move menus around like your professions and your spellbook tabs, allowing you more flexibility in where you want these to be within your screen. Another great time-saving feature of Mayrons UI is the data broker slots, which come underneath your action bars and to the left and bottom of the chat box. These are to glance through your guildies and friends online, durability of your armour, a combat timer, a spec bar, and all these are interactive and clickable. This just makes managing these things very simple while not intruding into the main part of your playable screen. The final great feature of this UI is the interactive control modifier key, which alters which data text menus are shown underneath your chat box, as well as giving you access to 3 more hidden action bars. Now these extra action bars give you the ability to have a large amount of macros and other buttons there and keybound, while at the same time keeping them hidden out of the way. I mean, this is great for me as I have so many different macros and keybounds which I just don't want to have on the screen while I'm raiding. You can also note that the unit frames for yourself, your target, as well as the target of target and focus frames are all neatly placed inside this clean artwork, giving this whole UI a nice, clean, non-intrusive look. Okay, so let's now take a look at SCADA. Just like many add-ons of this type, it's user preference to which you use. I personally prefer SCADA. It's always felt less of a resource hog than Recount, and I just like the way you move between the different monitored resources. Gives it more of a fluid and smooth feel to it. Next up is the single most important part of my UI as a healer, my raid healing frames, and my preference for this is to use Voodoo. Voodoo is probably the most customizable of the 3 main healer add-ons that people are using. The amount of options and the ways in which you can modify it makes it a must-have for any healer wanting to raid. There is nothing yet I have found that cannot be handled or displayed just how you want it with this add-on. Another great aspect of Voodoo is the support you get from the add-ons author, as well as the whole healing community who use it over at plusheals.com. I put a link below for anyone interested in checking it out, or if you have any problems setting up Voodoo, please go check this place out. Unfortunately, I don't want to go into great detail about the workings and setup of Voodoo, as that's a whole video in itself, but you can get a feel from just how much you can alter and customise this to your liking, as well as how easy it is to make different profiles to cover the different sizes of raids available. For me, the ability to have my frames easily fit my UI in different sizes of groups made me able to keep my clean UI look in a 10-man setting, as well as 25-man LFR, and in 5.4 that will be also able to work with the 8 to 25 person flex raiding. The next add-on we're going to look at is TellmeWhen. This is one of the most versatile add-ons that is available out there. Any class and spec could benefit from using this add-on. As a healer, and more so as a priest healer who plays both disc and holy, it has become indispensable to me for tracking procs, cooldowns, regular use spells, as well as a few things just to make life easier as a healer while raiding. Again, I'm not going to go into the inner workings of this add-on, but I will make my TellmeWhen setup available in the description below. All you need to do is copy the text and paste it into the import string section of the add-on. From there you can, if you wish, rearrange the icons to fit your own UI. The next add-on from my UI that we're going to look at is Bigwig's boss mods. Just like its counterpart Deadly boss mods, Bigwigs provides timers and warnings for boss abilities. My personal preference is to use Bigwigs as I find it more accurate, easier to customise the setup to my liking, and the options available to you to pre-warn certain abilities or actions helps me perform better in a raiding environment. Another great feature within Bigwigs is the range radar. Not only does it display the range needed to spread, but the ability you are spreading for, as well as an audible warning if somebody is within the specified range. This in itself can reduce a massive amount of damage you take in some of the encounters. This makes Bigwigs, in my opinion, far superior to any of its counterparts. The next add-on we're going to take a look at for my UI is Parrot. This add-on comes pre-packed with Mayrons UI Gen 2. As I don't display the incoming and outgoing damage and healing, I was going to disable this add-on. But while looking around its settings, I found that it was customizable to display and do so much more than just display combat text. I now use the add-on to display low health and mana warnings in a more noticeable fashion, as well as a few other ease of life options. If you're looking for a new combat text mode, I would recommend trying this one out. That's it for the main bulk of add-ons which incorporated into my UI. There is a few more add-ons which are mainly incorporated into the actual Mayrons UI setup, and there is one or two extra add-ons which I do use, but they more reflect and useful for my job as a raid leader. Now let's take a look at how all parts of my UI come together to form a good, clear raiding UI, providing the information I need to know while also giving me a clear and unobstructed view of what is happening all around me. As we can see here in a 10-man group setup, I have a full view of what is happening around me and where other members of the raid are, while also being able to see important information about the boss and encounter specific things. Voodoo is in an ideal position so that I can easily do my job as a healer without being intrusive, and my TellmeWhen setup is in a position so that I can easily see the important information that I need to know when I need to know it, without being in an hindrance to my view or anything else which is part of this encounter. We can also note that Bigwigs is set up to show the times that I need to know within my eye line, so I'm not having to look around for the information when I need to know it. Moving on to the 25-man setup, you'll notice very little change from the 10-man, other than more people within the raid healing frames. This is intentional, as I find moving too many things around from the different raid sizes becomes a hindrance and reduces your performance. Again, as with the 10-man setup, there is a clear, unobstructed view of the whole encounter, while providing the information that you need to know right there within your eye line. This, again, is essential, as time wasted looking around for the information is time you're doing your role within the raid. If you have any questions at all about my UI, please be sure to do so in the comments below, and I'll do everything I can to answer them as soon as physically possible. As always, please be sure to click the like, subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends and guildies. If you don't like it, please let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you all next time.